Just in, $100 million has been approved to help the low income. Also, the transition I'm seeing in Congress as they continue to talk their way through these stimulus packages. And what Steny Hoyer said today about the stimulus package. I have all the details for you in this video, so let's get into it right now. But if you haven't done so, or if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video so I can keep you updated each and every day with all of the latest details, as information is changing very rapidly right now, and I know that it's a really tough time out there and there are a lot of people struggling, but don't worry, I'm doing anything I possibly can right now to help you out in any way possible as I continue to do research on all of this and finding anything that may impact everybody here in this community, and I want to make sure that you're staying tuned with everything going on. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Subscribe down below, and let's get into this right now. All right, so let's quickly talk about what Steny Hoyer said today about the Build Back Better agenda, otherwise known as the massive $2 trillion stimulus package. Now, we do know that the House bill was sent over to the Senate a couple months ago, and it's not going anywhere. However, Congress has been working on what they can do to move forward on the Build Back Better agenda, whether they need to start over, break it down into much of pieces, or what they need to do to start moving forward. However, Steny Hoyer, who happens to be the second-ranking Democrat in the House of Representatives, was out today in an interview, and he mentioned that there will be significant portions of the Build Back Better that will be passed this year prior to the midterm elections. Now, that gives us a huge window, right? Basically, between now and the midterms, that is a lot of months. However, this is likely going to be passing throughout the entire year of 2022. It's probably not going to be one massive bill. In fact, we probably already know it's not going to be that way simply based on the comments out of the president the other day, as well as what many lawmakers are saying right now is we already know it's likely going to be broken up. So it's likely going to be little pieces of the Build Back Better agenda will probably be passed throughout the entire year of 2022. And Steny Hoyer, again, the second-ranking Democrat in the House of Representatives, basically confirmed that today, that significant portions of the Build Back Better agenda will still be passed this year. Now, we'll be watching that very closely as we continue to get further details on that and which of those provisions will actually impact the vast majority of you here in the community. Now, here's the thing. If they want to get $550 billion of climate funding in there and get that passed tomorrow, then fine, but at the end of the day, it's not really going to impact many people here in the community, right? So you know what I mean? So either way, I'll continue watching it closely. My point is, as we get further details on the provisions that are either added or subtracted, maybe taken away or passed, things like this that are added into the package, don't worry, I'll continue to keep you posted as we get those details, and we can probably anticipate some of this will likely be passed relatively quickly because there are some hot button issues in that package that they want to get done relatively fast. All right, so let's quickly talk about the transition that I'm noticing in Congress here over the last few days especially, and over the last couple weeks here when it comes to the stimulus packages. Yes, packages, as in multiple. Here's where we currently stand. We have the Build Back Better agenda. This one is kind of that one, that we just talked about it. It could be in 50 pieces. It could be in one piece. It could be in 300 pieces. We don't really know that yet, but they are currently working on that one right now. We also know about the other package that is going to be announced by the administration, where he's going to be calling on, or I should say the administration as a whole, is going to be calling on Congress to issue this one. This is still out there right now, and they're still working on it. In fact, they're trying to work through all the parameters as far as what's going to be included in this. But remember, I'm going to transition here into what I've been noticing about all these packages. And now, remember that package that we heard about maybe 3 weeks ago now? That was actually formed by that small bipartisan group of senators? Well, that's back on the table now too. I just found more information about that late yesterday and again today. So all three of these are on the table right here. So yes, we do in fact have 3 separate stimulus packages. Now, some may be very big and bold, some may be very highly focused, and some may be a little bit more expansive. However, here's what I'm noticing across many different lawmakers, across all of these packages, and everything that I'm seeing out there right now. There's a huge push between a lot of these lawmakers out there right now who are continuing to say that we need to make these packages more people-focused. Have you seen any of this out there? I've seen a ton of it out there right now, and there's a lot of talk about this going forward. So, with all these packages and everything that we're seeing with all of these stimulus packages, there's a lot of lawmakers that are coming out saying this needs to be more American people focused. This needs to be more human focused. This needs to be more anti-poverty or human infrastructure focused, if that kind of makes sense, like soft infrastructure. So we've heard all of these phrases and words used previously, but basically what the theme is and the transition that we're seeing is from all of these other proposals and packages coming out talking about climate and green energy and EV as in electrical vehicles and all of these other things out there. There's a lot of people that are coming out saying, hey, we got to get a grip on ourselves here, and we've got to transition this more into the people. We need to make it people-focused, because here's the deal. Why? You might be wondering why. Well, it's very clear. I think many of us here in the community completely understand why this needs to be a thing, right? Because everybody's struggling right now. But next, the real reason for it is because we have the midterm elections coming up here in a few months. Well, who's going to be casting the votes? Is it going to be the EV vehicles, the electrical vehicles? Is it going to be the climate? Is it going to be the roads, bridges, and airports? Or is it going to be the humans? Yeah, it's going to be the humans, right? So they're starting to finally realize that they need to make these bills far more human focused. So I know that there's a lot of, back and forth right now wondering what's going to be in this, but this is the chatter that I'm hearing between all of these lawmakers out there right now. So I'm sharing with you what I'm finding right now. Now, are they doing anything at this moment? Yeah, they're working very, very slowly. Trust me, they're working as slow as they possibly can. It would appear that way anyway. Yes, they are currently working on this. They're talking about it. They're negotiating things, and they're trying to come out with the parameters as far as these stimulus packages. I wish I had more information for you, but this is all I have. And again, as I've said, I don't make this stuff up. I simply give you the information as I find it. So you're welcome to look it up if you'd like, but this is what I'm finding out there. And Congress is chatting about this, and they're figuring out what they can do more for the people. You, me, everybody we're related to, our friends, family, social media, people like this, everybody that we know, us, the people. They're trying to make it more human focused, us. So it's kind of encouraging. I mean, honestly, it's encouraging. In fact, there's some lawmakers out there right now who are actually saying it's almost inevitable that we must have more stimulus coming because with everything going on right now, it's almost impossible for them to achieve what they want to do without additional stimulus. So inevitable, in other words, meaning almost guaranteed that it will come. But of course, we can't guarantee anything because that would not be a good idea. And I'm not going to guarantee anything because I honestly don't know what Congress is going to do. I'm just giving you the information as I find it. All right, let's quickly talk about this $100 million that was just approved today and announced by the Department of Health and Human Services. Now, this was just announced a short time ago today, and yes, it is approved. It's not going through the congressional process, nothing like that. It's already been approved, $100 million, and these are for low-income programs. What am I talking about? Well, the Secretary for the Department of Health and Human Services just announced today $100 million will be going into the LIHEAP, Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, in addition to the $8 billion that are sitting there right now in this program. In fact, just a couple days ago, I was out in a separate video and I was talking about this program as well as two others that the low income can take advantage of right now. Well, I saw some comments on that video saying, yeah, these programs are really hard to get into. The money runs out right away. Yeah, but they just added another $100 million starting right now. So if you are struggling to pay your heating or your cooling bills, or let's just be real, if your income is below or at 150% of the federal poverty line, which is about, roughly doing some mental math, again, don't hold me to this number, it's about, I'm roughly adding it, about $19,400, roughly. If your income is at about $19,200. Sorry, I made a little mistake there. So if your income is at about $19,200 or less, and if you are receiving, if you are receiving any benefits from the program of SSI, Medicaid, food stamps, as in SNAP benefits, public housing, anything like this, you're pretty much in, okay? I would highly recommend that you apply for this program, because here's the thing. I've said this before in other videos. Let me say it again really quickly. If you, let's just say, get $852 as a monthly benefit from, let's just say, SSDI or Social Security, or the $841 SSI benefit, and you can, let's just say, for example, let's just say you pay $50 per month for your heating bill. If you can get this program to pay your heating bill $50 per month, that just means $50 more that you have to spend for gas in your car, food on your table, shirt and pants on your body. I was going to say on your back, but you don't wear pants on your back. I don't think you do anyway. But my point is, you can free up that money to put in toward other things. So it's very important. If you want to, feel free to apply. You can simply just look up your state and then follow it up by Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or the acronym LIHEAP, followed with your state and your area, and you should find something. But they have all kinds of money in this program now that they just announced an additional $100 million available, and this is specifically focused on the low income. So the money is there. Take advantage of it. Why not? Here's the deal. We could get a stimulus check and we could just spend it on heating bills or cooling bills. Or we could, instead of that, here's the deal. We're still working for a stimulus check, but at the end of the day, until we wait for one to come, why not take advantage of some of these programs that are basically just paying your bills for you? Seriously, right? Why not just take advantage of it? But again, it's totally up to you. You can if you want, but this is what I'm finding out there for you right now, and this was just announced today by the Department of Health and Human Services. So, yeah. Check it out if you want, but that's available. So this is the update that I have for you as of right now. I want to give you a quick little update with the things that I'm finding out there right now. So make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other 2,000 videos right here on the channel. And with that being said, let's bring Corey in for the new updates and the shoutouts right here in this video. And remember, this list is changing in every single video. These names are pulled right out of the fan club. If you're interested in checking that out, there's a link down below in the description. Otherwise, at the top of the comments section, you can check it out there if you'd like. Otherwise, Corey, take it away. Congratulations to the shoutouts in this video, and I'll catch you again later.
Our shoutouts go to Fat Nana, Joy Hamilton, Sherry Bledsoe, Maria Grindstaff, Tess Ann Riggs, Nadine Skidmore, Patricia Danco, Jose Mendez, Pamela Stewart, Bob Lee, Angie Hinkle, and Dorita Duckworth. Thank you for being members of the fan club.